The coronavirus pandemic has hit us hard. Everyone all over the world has suffered due to it in some way or the other. But another thing that was common throughout the world was the coronavirus helpers. While most of us stayed safe in our houses, the helpers stepped out to ensure our safety, be it medical professionals or sanitation workers, all of them deserve a big thank you. So, a big thank you, coronavirus helpers, for everything you have done and are still doing. Coronavirus helpers include our frontline workers who step out each day to protect others. They are our medical and healthcare workers. Each day, these workers navigate unchartered waters. Their dedication and selflessness help protect millions of lives. Further, we have the researchers who have been working constantly on the coronavirus vaccine. After that, there are first responders who are always there and ready for the unknown. Our grocery store workers also play an essential role. They stock the shelves and help people get their essential items in these hysterical times. Moreover, our community leaders also serve us well. Thank you, coronavirus helpers like the community leaders who hand out essential items to the needy. The ones who create groups online so people in need can contact with each other and get local information. Most importantly, a big thank you to the nursing home staff workers. They work to protect our parents, grandparents, and more. The delivery workers delivering products, mails, food items, medicine, and more are our saviors. In addition, the school staff who continue our children's education. Similarly, the police officers who are out on roads patrolling the area and making sure everyone is safe. Finally, a big thank you to our loved ones who connect with us through calls, texts, and more to check in on us and listen to our warriors. Thank you. When we thank the helpers, we thank all of them. They are the ones who are changing our world with their bravery. They are the real heroes who are saving lives each day in more ways than one. These lifesavers bring positivity each day and help make the world a better place. The coronavirus helpers make us feel that someone is in control in this uncontrollable world. Thank you, coronavirus helpers, from the bottom of our hearts. You make us believe in a better world. You give us hope when there is no light. Thank you is an understatement for everything you are doing. The millions of lives that you have saved and will save in the future will always be indebted to you. All in all, we need our coronavirus helpers, all of them. They are the real ones bringing change in our world for the better. With that being said, we must also do our bit to help our helpers. It is not that tough to do so. We must simply take all the precautionary measures so the pandemic can end soon. Further, we must stay at home whenever possible and limit the spread. Stay home and help our helpers. Coronavirus refers to a virus that leads to respiratory illness in human beings. It derives its name corona from having crown-like spikes on its surface. Some examples of this disease that causes humans to fall ill are severe acute respiratory syndrome, Middle East respiratory syndrome, and more. China reported the new strain of this virus COVID-19 in 2019. Ever since, the virus went on to spread in all the continents over the world except for Antarctica. The city of Wuhan in China was the one that first reported the case of COVID-19 in December 2019. Further, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak of this disease as a pandemic in March 2020. Due to this outbreak, a lot of countries all over the world announced a nationwide lockdown. This was done as a preventive measure against the pandemic. Ultimately, it limited the movement of billions of people all over the world. Consequently, all commercial establishments, including schools and colleges, were shut down. In addition to this, international and intra-state travel also saw a ban. Similarly, many of the countries suspended tourist visas to avoid the outbreak of this disease. In countries like India, people from underprivileged backgrounds had to suffer greatly. Even to date, many have not been able to earn a proper livelihood. Shortage of food, loss of income, and more have become a common phenomenon for some. Similarly, industries like pharmaceuticals, tourism, the power sector, and more are also suffering losses after the coronavirus outbreak. All in all, it has an impact on the global economy as well as our daily lives. Coronavirus and coronavirus symptoms are something everyone is looking for. As per the CDC, you may have coronavirus if you are experiencing symptoms like fever, cough, chills, difficulty in breathing, fatigue, headache, body ache, new loss of smell or taste, congestion, sore throat, runny nose. Other than that, there are additional symptoms that may possibly happen to anyone. It depends on the individual. Further, the symptoms will start appearing between 2 to 14 days after you have been exposed to the virus. In children, symptoms can be milder when we compare them to adults. On the other hand, people who have serious underlying conditions such as heart disease or diabetes and older people will be at a greater risk of complications. One must immediately get medical attention if one is having trouble breathing. Other warning signs include persistent pain or pressure in the chest. Further, if one cannot seem to wake up from their sleep or their lips or face start to turn blue, they must get medical attention instantly. With that being said, if a person is experiencing these symptoms, they must contact a medical professional. They will be able to better help the individual with their case. Therefore, governments and health organizations all over the world are constantly working to limit the outbreak of coronavirus and coronavirus symptoms. Similarly, our healthcare professionals are facing various difficulties to protect others' lives. We must work together as one and be responsible on our part to safeguard our lives as well as others.